Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Zebu Nation. This is our Loser to Legend series with CLYDE FC. And today we have for you our three-quarter season update in Season 2. That's right, the second season in Ladbrokes League 2. So let's take a look and see where we are at the current moment. All right. After 27 games, we've got 12 wins, 5 draws, 10 losses, for a total of 41 points with a +5 goal differential. So we're scoring some more goals this season. That's good, I guess. We are, though, out of playoff contention at the moment. We're 3 points behind Queen's Park and another couple of points behind Peterhead. So we have caught up to the rest of the pack. Other than Stonehousemuir, we're still 9 points behind them, but that's not completely out of reach with 9 games left to go. So, we may be back at the moment, but we got plenty of time, plenty of games to catch up. But again, like I said last season, the time is now. We got to do it right now. No more messing around. So speaking of no more messing around, let's just get straight to the checklist and run it down. All right, here we are, under 20s. We just had our youth intake game yesterday where our prospects played a game against our under 20s team. So you can see all the prospects here are still considered trialists at the moment. So we got all these nice little green dudes here to choose from. Unfortunately, it's not a bumper crop this year. Last year, we had our golden generation come in. You can see them up here. These 4 guys, Leach, Scott, Lindsay, and Maxwell. All guys with 3.5, 4, even maybe 5-star potential. The guys this year aren't so good. Our 2 top prospects I'm not so sure about. We got Steve Booth here, a 15-year-old striker. Only 7 pace and 3 strength. He's got 11 finishing. That's okay for a 15-year-old. He's got very good mental attributes for a 15-year-old. Determination and work rate, bravery, aggression. That's nice. But, without speed and finishing and first touch, he's not going to be a ton of use to us. And then our other top prospect, Ronan Stollard, right winger, also 16 years old. Again, 7 pace, 4 strength. His technical's not very good. 9 crossing, I guess, is okay. Good mentals, so that's fine. But, I'm not enamored with our top prospects the way I was last year. So, I don't know. I'm neither here nor there on these guys. Hopefully we can sign them and they'll improve and maybe be some backups for us in a couple of years. But that's going to be up to our head of youth development. We've left him in charge of signing the youthsters? Whatever that means. The youth players. So we'll leave that up to him. All right, finances. 31,000 in the hole. That's okay. That's a lot better than where we were at the beginning of the season. And if you look at last month, we actually had a tiny profit. We had about a £10,000 profit last month. And then, of course, our general manager started re-signing players, and that took us back down into the negative. I've let our general manager re-sign players, and then I'll re-sign some players too. But I've just to give the general manager something to do and make it so I don't have to negotiate every single contract out there. General manager is taking over some of that. And that's fine. I'm happy with that. We've made a profit on the season, 71,000. Season's not over yet. We still have our prize money to come at the end of the season. So hopefully we should at least break even this season, if not turn a profit. So that should be good. That should keep the board happy. And let's take a look at the board. We are stable here at 54%. That's pretty good, but it was good enough to get us a new contract. Just last week, we signed a new contract that's good through next season. So we got at least one more season here with the Bully Wee CLYDE FC. So we're looking good there. But something weird that happened, right after I signed the new contract, just a couple of days ago, our locker room atmosphere just tanked. And that brought our board confidence down as well. Our board confidence was up near 60%. And then something happened in the locker room, and we'll take a look at that in a minute with squad dynamics. But it was just weird. Like, I signed the contract, we had a draw in our game, and then like a couple days after that, just the locker room atmosphere went terrible. So I don't know exactly what happened. I got some theories, but we'll take a look at that in a minute. Club-wise, it's pretty much the same as ever. Okay finances, just 1-star reputation. That's what that word is. I was trying to get out of my mouth. Reputation. I keep taking a peek at this to see if we're on the favored personnel. We're not yet there, even though we just signed a new contract. So this will be our 3rd season at CLYDE FC, and other coaches and players have made it on here after only 2 or 3 seasons. So maybe we can sneak on here next year. Definitely, I think if we get this club promoted, we'll be on the favored personnel. So that's the first step, I think, toward becoming a legend, is getting onto this favored personnel list and probably getting this team promoted. All right, transfers. We've lost a couple of guys. They're going to be leaving in the summer. Esselmont and Brown. Esselmont, he's a quality guy as a backup, but he's just been injured all season. He's out for a week or 2. He comes back for a week and then gets injured, and then goes out for another 2 weeks, and then comes back for a day and gets injured for like 4 weeks. It's just been crazy with this guy. So somebody wants to come in, take him off my hands, that's fine. Jordan Brown, midfielder, who's probably never going to play for us much. He's got not a lot of... He's okay, I guess. He's got 13 passing, that's something. But he's just not going to play for us. So, fine. You can leave too, my friend. See you later. Adios, muchachos. Nobody has come in. No new players since Ali Smith came in on the free transfer at mid-season. So, no problems there. Scouting is same competitions. We looked at that. Medical Center, this is the Christmas season. So just like old Saint Nick delivers presents to the girls and boys, he delivers injuries to CLYDE FC. And we got a ton of them here. We got 4 guys currently injured. Ramsey, Esselmont, of course, still injured. Andy Dallas, a winger who's been trying to get more playing time. Can't get more playing time if you're injured, my man. Kyle Johnson, one of our starting central defenders. The young guys we signed this season, injured for a couple of weeks. He's just getting back just now. And then the big injuries over here on the right-hand side. 2 guys who just came back from injuries. Jamie Montgomery, midfielder, who's been playing very well for us this season up until he got injured. So he's been out for a couple of weeks. And then the same for Jordan Critchley, our leading goal scorer. The young 17-year-old that we got on loan from Rangers. This kid has been a real gift to us this season with all of his goal scoring, and he's been out. So it's been a bit of a struggle without him. We've had to change lineups and change philosophies a little bit. We'll take a look at that in a minute. But yeah, injuries again, definitely the bugaboo of this team. Speaking of bugaboos, let's take a look at those dynamics we were talking about. So here's our dynamics currently. Average match cohesion, that's fine. Locker room atmosphere, poor, but going up. And leadership support, very good, and going up. So that's no problem there. But what's crazy about this locker room atmosphere is just a couple of days ago, it looked like our match cohesion. It was average. It was in the green. It was going up. Everything was looking good. And then it just turned on a dime after this draw we had. Just bang, it fell apart. This guy down here, Mark Burbridge, winger, who's been a starter for us this season. He called a meeting. I don't know why he called a meeting. He's not a captain or anything. But anyway, I think it comes back to our squad dynamics, the fact that we don't have any settled and secure team leaders. The fact that this random dude can just call a meeting and, sort of whip everybody into a frenzy and say, hey, locker room atmosphere is poor, when it was just fine a couple of days ago. So I don't know. I'm looking at this guy as a troublemaker at the moment. And unfortunately, he's good friends with Darren Miller, and Darren Miller is supporting him because during the meeting I said, hey guys, you just need to win games and everything will be okay. And most of the team said, okay, yeah, I guess so. If we can get back to our winning ways, the locker room will take care of itself. And everybody was okay with that except for Burbridge, and then Miller supported him, so now our locker room atmosphere is poor. It's just not, I'm not happy about that. So we can take a look at our hierarchy. I mentioned Cudahy is still highly influential. McKinley has moved up into the influential player, so that's good. Our assistant captain and our captain are influential, but they're not team leaders, not yet. Just got to move those guys up. Get up the ladder, young fellas. The good news is nobody is opposing us. Even the players who are, complaining at the moment are not opposing us, so that's good. Miller no longer supports us. I don't remember if he did. I kind of thought he did, but maybe not. Maybe he was the lone holdout up here on the influential players. Anyway, it's pretty good. I'll take that. I'll take 19 players supporting me any day of the week. Social groups, we just got one big happy family. That's good. Everybody is friends. They've all got their friend requests, and we're all in the same group, so that's good. Happiness, this is where it goes down a little bit. We got Miller here. He's an important player for us. He's an influential guy. He's a good player on the pitch, and he is currently supporting his teammate. So his morale is down. And then we have Burbridge here, unhappy in the public. He took it to the press, said there was poor locker room atmosphere. So he's very unhappy. That's the first unhappy players we've had all season. So not excited about that. Can't hold another team meeting. We just had a team meeting. So I don't know. The dynamics strike again. I know I've seen a lot of people out there getting frustrated with dynamics, and I've had a pretty good time of it for the most part. I haven't had too many problems, but this is just weird. The fact that it turned on a dime like that just makes me question this whole dynamics thing, even though I've been having, good times with it. Anyway, let's take a look at how we got here on the schedule. Last game we showed you was Elgin City here at mid-season, where we scored 2 goals, got a shutout. It was very good. We lost our next game to the top team in the league, Stonehousemuir. Went on a pretty good run, beat Rovers and Cowdenbeath. Finally got the Cowdenbeath monkey off our back, beat them 2-1. That was good. And I said I might come back to show the Dundee United game in the 4th round of the Scottish Cup, but that game kind of went as I thought it would. They were just too good for us. They beat us 4-1. We did score a goal, so that was good. But, they're just another level, unfortunately. And two other levels maybe above us, and we just couldn't overcome them at all. But that kind of had a knock-on effect, and we lost 1-0 to Peterhead. Wasn't happy about that. Then we went on a nice little run. Beat Berwick. Beat Queen's Park, who's a team ahead of us. I thought we were on a roll going into the game against Annan, who's another team that's right ahead of us, and we just fell apart. We lost 2-0 to them. And then we had a barn burner of a shootout versus Edinburgh City, a team we should have beat, but they scored some goals on us, unfortunately. Look at the ratings they had. 9-0 for McElroy, 8.3 for Mayo, 7.1, 7.8. So they played a very good game against us. We played pretty good as well. Jack Breslin coming in, getting a goal. But it just, it wasn't enough to overcome them. And for whatever reason, getting this draw when we should have got a win just tanked our team dynamic. So I don't know. We got to bounce back now against Elgin City. Again, we showed you Elgin City game at mid-season. I'm going to show you Elgin City game again here, I guess. I mean, that's just a quirk of the schedule, I suppose. We played them at mid-season. We played them at the three-quarter season. And we'll take a look at Elgin City. They are down here 10th place. Minus 27 goal differential. So we should beat these guys. We should score a lot of goals against them, too. So let's get on with it. Team selection, we're going with the mighty, the massive 4-3-3 narrow in attack mode. Going with, the 3 strikers up top. And basically, we've been using 3 strikers to supplement Critchley. With Critchley out, we've been going with wingers, so the wingers can get him the ball. But without him in there, we need 3 guys in there to replace him in scoring goals. So that's kind of the philosophy we've taken, and it's worked reasonably well. Taken Miller out because of his extremely poor morale. Just, I don't know if we're teaching him a lesson or what. I just don't want a guy with extremely poor morale in there at the moment. So we're going to go with that. That's the team we're submitting. Montgomery's lacking match sharpness. Yeah, sure. Montgomery recently back from an injury. We're going to play him, though. So here we are. Here's the starting lineup. Curry in goal, of course. Stewart, Zubaidi at fullbacks. Morrison and Jack Breslin in at central defense. He's been playing really well at that central defense role, so, giving him some more time in there. Cudahy, our team captain, on the left in center midfield. Connolly playing a deep-lying playmaker in the middle, and then on the right, Montgomery, as you can see here, he's got our highest average rating. We're very happy to have this guy back. 7.28 rating in 17 appearances. He's got 6 assists and 3 goals on the season, playing an attacking center mid. He's been, really good for us, so it's really nice to have him back. We've moved Hay in from the wing to play a defensive forward. We got Thomas, the target man, and McKinley, who is got the most assists on the team. That's interesting for a striker to have 7 assists. We got a lot of guys with a lot of assists on this team. So, having the multiple strikers in there has really worked out for us. Looks like we got to keep an eye on their strikers, Allen and Kemp. Allen, 10 goals on the season. Kemp, highest average rating at 6.93, not so good. But we'll keep an eye on those guys and try to score some goals on these knuckleheads. All right. ELGIN come into this one on the 10th in the table. Well, we're 5th. Let's show them why. Nobody cares. Let's go. Kick off. Playing at home. Broadwood Stadium. There we are in our tracksuit. We're a tracksuit coach, by the way. I don't know if you ever noticed that. Here we are. Decent crowd. I noticed that, early in the season, we were 3rd in attendance in the league, which seems kind of bad for the league. We're only getting about 250 fans a game, maybe 300 fans a game on a good day, and we're 3rd in the league, so that's not good. Here's Stewart with the interception, sends it downfield to McKinley. McKinley onside. He's got some men in the box. Hey. Couldn't get the header. The little guy likes to score with headers. I don't know what it is. But does he have, I don't know. We can't look because Stewart's got a throw in on the far side. Gets it to Connolly. Connolly gets dispossessed but gets it back. Gets dispossessed again. There's Kemp. Probably their best player. He tries to shoot it downfield to Allen. No good. Intercepted by Morrison. Can't get it to the target man. And Elgin City boots it downfield, but there's Zubaidi. Our defense is playing pretty well. They're, without that defensive midfielder to kind of back them up, they've been just playing a little better. I don't know what it is. Here's McKinley again on the run. He's got the ball. Back to Hay. Another header to Thomas, and there's this goal. That's what we've been looking for. Hay again with that header. I don't know what it is. If it's just a little man syndrome where he's like, hey, people don't expect me to head the ball, so I'm going to do it because I'm a little guy, but I don't know. McKinley, it's not like he rises up. He just, a little hop off the ground, heads it straight to the target man who plants it in the back of the net. There we go. Let's take a look at, what's his heading? His heading is a 9, so it's not like it's his best stat or anything. He just likes to do it. Oh, they got an injury to Ross in their midfield. Not good for Elgin City. Good for us, I suppose. Unless they got their starters on the bench. I don't recognize any of those names, so hopefully not. All right, 19 minutes and rolling. Here's another highlight. McKinley again in the middle of it to Hay. Hay holds up the offense, looking for some support, drops it back to Cudahy. Montgomery with the shot. He's got that attacking mindset. I'm not really pleased with that shot, but sometimes you just got to let him go. He makes big plays. So as long as he keeps making big plays, I'll kind of let him do what he wants out there. So it'd be nice to get back on the winning track. It's a game we should win. We should have won our last game. So we got to bounce back quickly and get that team morale back going in the right direction. It's just ridiculous that one game could kind of send everybody over the edge like that. I think maybe it's because Burbridge hasn't started in X number of games, you know, because we had one of our other wingers come up and say he wanted more playing time, so Burbage lost playing time there. Here's Kemp for Elgin City, looking to make a play. He's not going to get it, though. Breslin making a nice play at the fullback, or not the fullback position, the central defense, but he plays like a fullback. Nice steal. Drops it to Morrison. Morrison downfield to Thomas. Thomas can't win it, but Cudahy is there. Cudahy gets it forward. McKinley on the run behind the defense, and he scores. Nice play. The young rebel who's transformed himself into a team leader. He just signed a new contract, so he should be happy. He didn't have to just roll in unannounced and, you know, sign his own contract. The general manager decided to get out front of that and actually offer him a contract. So that's good for all involved. Uh-oh. Wow, free kick right at the top of the penalty area. Over the net. It's raining again, of course. Raining again. Every single game, it rains and rains and rains. FM 18, come on. What's with all the rain? All right, almost halftime. 2 minutes of stoppage time. This should be it right here. There it is. All right, analysis. What do we got going on? Nothing. Pep talk. Avoid overcomplicating things. Okay, I'm happy with the way you're playing. Keep it up. We're not going to make any changes. Nobody's injured. Nobody's playing particularly poorly. Hay at a 6.9. Who's this? Morrison at a 6.6. Zubaidi 6.6. Not great ratings, but nothing egregious. No reason to take them out. Let's go. First highlight of the half. So we got our 2 goals, just like last game. 2-0 over Elgin City. It'd be nice to get some more, get that goal differential up to 10. That'd be nice. You know, we could really hammer these guys, but there's no reason to. We just take it slow, conserve our victory, and get out of here with a much-needed win. Cudahy playing really well. He's been coming off the bench a little bit lately, just because we've had Miller in there most of the time, and, you know, Connolly and Montgomery play well. That deep-line playmaker and attacking midfielder, they've got some good synergy going on. So it's been basically Miller and Cudahy swapping out at that ball-winning role. Uh-oh. McKinley is hurt. We can't have that. So, let's pause it here. Let's do a bit of tactics. Let's go to the diamond. Bring out McKinley. Oh, yeah. I was thinking about maybe going wide, but I don't have any wingers in my lineup here. Right? Yeah, I don't have any wingers in my lineup. So we're going to move Hay. All right, come on. Let's switch everybody around. Thomas, target man, still. Hay is going to be advanced playmaker. That's fine. He can do that okay. Cudahy, ball winner. Connolly, deep line playmaker in defense. All right, now we sub out. Do I bring in Critchley? I mean, there's no need to bring in Critchley, so we're going to bring in Hogg instead. You know, just because we'll give Critchley another week to rest. I mean, I know everybody would like to see him in the game. And we're going to drop our fullbacks back to support. None of this attack business. We don't need that at the moment. But yeah, for Critchley, give him another week to rest. He's just been 1 week in training right now, back from that injury. So there's no need to rush him back. No need to get him injured in a game we're up 2-0. So let's push play. That would help. There we go. Hogg is in the game. We're playing diamond. We're playing counterattack. We got beeps and boops going on in the background. We'll mute that so that doesn't happen again. All right, here we go. Corner kick. Okay. I mean, like, it never fails, right? You make a change, you think you're being prudent, saying let's play a little bit more defensive formation, and no. Doesn't work at all. Alright, so maybe we should control the game instead of counterattack. 77 minutes down. Here we go. Cudahy with a free kick. Not quite on frame, just a bit high. But at least that was a highlight on our side. They still have Ross in there. They're just moving, shuffling him around the lineup. Did they change formation as well? No, they've made all of their substitutes, and they just had an injury, so I think they're playing with 10 men. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are playing with 10 men. Do not tie it up with 10 men. Header goes just over the line. This is one weakness we have this season. It's a weakness that annoys me to no end. Our central defenders are not big, tall guys with jumping reach. So we get out-jumped on the back line far too much for my tastes. And we give up a lot of goals that way. All right. So Elgin City, they got one back. But they didn't get the win. They didn't get the draw. We got the much-needed win. Again, tactics. You know, you try to make the right decisions here. But sometimes you just break the mojo. I don't know what it is. I think going back to control might have helped us there in the end, just to run out the clock. I think going to counterattack gave them a little bit too much possession. Anyway, dressing room. That was a real Jekyll and Hyde performance. Okay, some people like that, some people didn't. That's fine, whatever. I'm not talking to you guys anymore. You're so weird, so like high-strung. It seems like you're up, you're down. One win, one loss. You got bad team dynamics. I don't know what to say. All right, Clyde defeat 10-man Elgin City. Yep. McKinley shines. That's right. We'll praise his performance. Superb in front of goal. All right, so he's excellent. Take a look at dynamics. Did that help us out at all? We're up to average locker room atmosphere. Look at that. Still in the red, but average. So, like, one loss sends them into the dumps, and one win sends them back to average. I don't know. These guys are just very sensitive group. And I keep going back to that lack of leadership. It must have something to do with lack of leadership. It's a rudderless ship at the moment. Just sails with the wind. Wherever the wind takes these guys, that's where they go. So we got to keep everything positive. Got to keep everything moving towards the goal that we want them to move to. I'm sorry, I just saw this Nottingham Forest logo, and it just doesn't look very good on Football Manager. Just cracks me up every time I see it. Not going to say why, but maybe you can tell why. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't look good on FM. They got to change their FM logo to something a little different. Anyway, I guess that's the episode. I guess that's the three-quarter season update. Where are we at here? We're still in 5th place, 1 point behind Queen's Park. This is our problem. We've been on a pretty decent streak. We've been winning a lot of games, but the other teams ahead of us have been winning a lot of games as well. Look at this. Annan has jumped up to the top slot. They've tied Stonehousemuir. So now we're 1 point back of Queen's Park, but we're still 5 points back of Peterhead because they just won a game. So it's going to be tough sledding. If everybody at the top stays in this form that they're in, it's going to be tough to catch these guys. But we still have some cracks. You know, we're still close enough that we can make a game of it and get into the playoffs. That is definitely the goal this season. We got to get the playoffs. Not messing around this year. All right. So that's going to do it. Until next time. Yeah, that's it. Until next time. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.
Dressed up in the red and black, we announce sign on the back. They've a winger and a keeper and